Good evening. My name is Brady North. I'm the hitting coach at Carroll University. I'm here with George Carroll, catching coach with the Toronto Blue Jays minor league affiliate. I brought George in because he's a professional coach. He has a different aspect. He's been coaching now for how many years?
2 years.
2 years in the professional ranks, but how long total?
Say since I was in college.
In college you started coaching?
2008.
Okay, so you'd say you're fairly, mature in the coaching industry with your thoughts and all that.
I would say so.
And how long did you play baseball?
Played professional baseball for 3 years.
Okay.
And I've played baseball since I was a little kid, just like everybody else.
Did you grow up playing organized sports as a child, or did you ever get involved in that, or did you just kind of grow up playing on the streets?
I was heavily involved in both organized and unorganized sports, also known as like sandlot baseball, going to the park, playing basketball, playing street hockey, playing organized ice hockey, organized baseball, organized basketball.
Very good. So you'd say there were sport programs in your childhood that developed your skills and honed in on things, and kind of you found your niche at some point.
I'd say by my sophomore year of high school is where I found my niche as baseball was it. That was going to take me to the next level.
Do you think still to like today are sport programs worth the effort to organize for our youth today?
I think sports programs are very worth the effort. It creates a sense of community. It brings together teamwork and inspires leadership amongst young children.
Do you feel these sport programs and these organized programs are becoming too specialized for like youth? Like a 12-year-old is only a basketball player at the age of 12 rather than finding his niche like you did in high school?
I agree, because I feel like you need to be playing multiple sports in order to help the body function. Because if you're consistently doing one thing, you're going to consistently wear out one part of your body. And I think that the more different athletics you get involved with, the better your motor functions become, the better your athleticism becomes, the better your mind becomes.
So do you feel that parents are emphasizing so much on this because of professional sports, and they feel that professional organizations like the Blue Jays are looking for the next Bryce Harper who's just been bred to play baseball? Or do you guys look for multi-sport athletes? Like, is your scouting department out there looking for a guy who may have been all-state basketball, all-state baseball, or football, baseball type guys?
I think it's a little bit of both, because we have a bunch of kids in the minor leagues in our program that are both multi-sport athletes. They played football in high school, football in college. We have a couple kids that probably could have gone and played, professional football or high-level college football, and they chose baseball because they felt that was a better career path for them at the time.
Do you think, organizations like AAU baseball and AAU basketball are specializing these kids too young, and that's the reason kids are experiencing burnout, or do you think it's just kind of a coincidence that?
I think it also has to do with the region where you grew up in. I know that growing up in New York, it's a seasonal city. So I remember we played baseball in the spring and the summer. We played, basketball in the winter, hockey in the winter. Played, pickup football in the fall. And that's what kind of keeps you actually fresh, I think, for the next sport. And a lot of times the multi-sport athletes tend to be the most athletic in the group.
So, George, you think it's fair for me to make the assumption that you agree or you believe that it's worth the time to organize these sports programs and have them organized to where there can be specialists, but at the same time we need to understand that we cannot put a young athlete in a nutshell and make them specialists at a young age?
I think you can't do that unless it's a specific sport, such as like gymnastics or something like that, where you need to do it where you're a young kid. Because if you look at the Olympics, there's a lot of kids in that age group. That's it, 13, and then that's it. But as far as the longevity of going to college and being a college athlete and being a high school athlete, I think the more you do, I think the better off you're going to be. And I think the organized sports is good as long as coaches understand and know when to pull back the reins for doing too much.
So, George, earlier you mentioned that you played, growing up playing on a sandlot style game, and then you also played organized, like a little league, pony ball type setting. Is it a fair, assumption for me to say that you gained more experience and more skill playing sandlot ball in an unorganized setting rather than your organized little league setting?
I think playing sandlot ball, you learn how to organize things on your own. You kind of teach yourself, how to play the game and to have fun, actually.
Okay.
And then I think you can also have fun and organize, but when you have coaches that are volunteering and trying to help you out, they're there, they're doing homework, they're trying to force you to get better. So you actually learn a lot from them as well.
Would you like to see more Sandlot style play in organized sports in terms of the kids just playing a game and not taking it as a job at such a young age, or do you think that they could focus more on one or the other?
I think kids need to continue to have fun with it and not take it so seriously. I feel like too many parents emphasize and try to stress to the kid. This is in the society we live in now, in my opinion, we put too much emphasis on trying to go on the television and to make money and to get college scholarships and stuff like that. We forget that, the sports are supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be, you're supposed to get away from reality when you play sports. I know it's a little bit different when you're a kid versus when you're an adult, but,
right.
but I feel that, playing stickball in the yard, that's just as much fun to me as going out to the ballpark, in an organized youth program.
This is one thing, as a former professional athlete myself, like one thing I kind of prided myself on is even though I collected a paycheck, I never wanted to view it as my job. Did you view it that way, or did you take it as your job?
I haven't worked a job since I was in high school, in my opinion. I got to turn an activity, a hobby into, my career, my lifestyle, and I'm very fortunate. I'm one of the very few, just like yourself, that gets to go to the ballpark every day, puts a uniform on.
Yeah.
And I'm not wearing a suit and tie. I'm wearing a ball cap and a jersey.
Well, George, I really appreciate your time, man. I really enjoyed talking about this. I've known you for a long time.
Long time.
This is actually the first time we've actually got to kind of do something like this, but I would love to do it again, maybe in a later interview or anything like that. But
man. Anytime,
I appreciate you coming by,
anytime, Mr. North. I got it.
Thank you.